What's going on, guys? So it is going to be part 2 of our hunt for a monster jack today. It is very, very windy out, but that's all right. And today I'm going to do something that I haven't done in a long time. I'm going to throw the cast net and we're going to catch some live mullet. Now, I don't think I've thrown the cast net or caught any live mullet since the mullet run probably in September. But we're going to throw some mullet today, and to be completely honest with you guys, like, I don't really enjoy live bait fishing that much anymore, and nothing really against it. I just don't find it all that exciting as I used to when I was younger. But for the sake of catching a big fish, you know, live mullet's obviously going to be the easiest way to catch one. But in this video series, you know, of hunting down this big giant jack, you know, if we catch one on live bait, it's going to be cool. We're going to show it to the camera, but it's not going to count, I think, towards our end goal. You know, I want the end goal to be a jack over 25 pounds on an artificial, and that's what the video series main goal is. But today we're going to throw some live mullet and just kind of see what happens. And I also got some new lures we might toss around a little bit too, some of your guys' suggestions. But we're going to net some mullet, throw the cast net, and put out some live bait and just see if we can maybe catch one of these big fish to test the waters. And then we'll continue throwing some artificials as the series goes on. But today's going to be focused on live mullet for the most part. But we need to go catch some bait, which can either take one net throw or it can take an hour or two. But hopefully it only takes one net throw, and hopefully we can get on some good fish. Oh, let me see if I can explain the situation here. So, I picked up the cast net, threw it, and I caught like 3 mullet in the cast net. And so I go back, turn on my live well, and the live well won't even turn on, isn't working at all. And I screwed with it for about 5 minutes and couldn't get it to work. So I tossed back 2 mullet, and I have 1 single mullet right here that we've hooked up. So we're gonna see if we can catch a fish with our 1 mullet, and then we're gonna just go to throwing artificials here. I'll take it as a sign that we're meant to throw artificials today, but I will make use of the 1 mullet I can keep alive. You know, I could put mullet in a bucket and just sit there and change out the water over and over again, but I really don't feel like doing that. And I'll take the fact that the live well isn't working as a sign that I should throw some artificials today. But we're gonna throw this guy, about a 10-inch mullet, and see if we can hook up with a big one. Since I have no real effective way to keep this mullet alive between moving spots, I'm actually just slow trolling them with the trolling motor behind the boat, like, I don't know, 20 yards back, and we're just gonna kind of bounce them around the docks pretty slow until we get to our next spot. And we might get picked up, honestly. I think we'll have a pretty good chance of getting picked up just pulling it through the channel like this, but we'll see. Oh, here we go. He got it that time. I'm gonna give him a little time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He's coming at me. He's coming at me. He's coming at me. He's coming at me. Oh, nope, they're still there on it. Now he got it right there. Locked down on him. There we go. There's our big jack that we're looking for in the live mullet. Okay. He don't even know what's going on yet, does he? There's a big fish, guys. Alright, we're in a spot lock right here. Okay. I am rocking 65-pound braid, 60-pound leader. Ooh. So we're gonna whip this fish in. He's not a monster, but he's a good sized one. And I'm not playing with my drag. I have it absolutely hammered. Like I said, 65-pound braid. Oh, he's just turning his head in that current. It's like fighting a manhole cover. The big boy. Circle hook right in the mouth, popped out. You know what, not exactly the fish we're looking for, but that is a quality jack. That is a big one. He's probably 15 pounds, maybe somewhere between 15 and 20. Oh, God dang it. Oh my God. Okay, so I just, that's great. All right, well, there's my big giant jack that I just dropped my camera. Oh my gosh, I'm really frustrated right now. We're gonna release this thing. There he goes. Oh my God. No, 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 no. It's a little windy today. Blew my camera off its stand. And I've had this camera, a new one that I haven't even talked about. I've had it probably for less than a month. Oh my gosh. That is really a tremendously huge downer. I wish I could have shown you that jack. I don't know if the footage is gonna work or not. I pulled the memory card out, pulled the battery out. Gosh, dude, that just sucks so bad. I've had this camera for like, I don't even know, probably less than a month. Oh, probably like maybe close to 2 months, and it's already down the drain. Oh man, that's a bummer, man. It's just so windy. That was the first time I've ever had it happen where the wind blew my little suction pod that I use off the freaking boat, and then I saw it falling, so I stuck my leg out to try to catch it, and that might have just made it worse, and it hit my leg and rolled over off and fell right into the freaking water. Now my jeans are completely drenched. No. Oh, that blows. I wish I could have shown that fish off better. He was like a 20-pound jack, but oh man, that really sucks, guys. Well, I guess I'll just talk to you old school style from a GoPro here. I got my back turned in the wind so you can actually hear me, but yeah, I guess I'm going in now because I want to get the camera and everything in rice as fast as possible so I don't have some chance of saving it, I guess, man. That is a huge bummer, but you know, I'm not gonna get all pissed and cry about it. You know, it happened. There's nothing you can really do about it now except try to fix what happened. So we're going in, and maybe we'll pick up this hunt tomorrow, because hopefully I can save the footage off my memory card of the camera that fell in the water. And we got the jack hunt on here, or the catch on here, so we'll see what we can salvage out of today. But we'll pick up back in the morning, I suppose. What's going on? So let me try to explain why I'm doing an elaborate close-up right now. I'm actually sitting on the front of my boat. So yesterday, if you saw, I dropped my brand new camera that I've had for about a month into the water, and I broke the camera body, the lens, and my microphone. So all those are toast. I do have my old camera though, my little Sony, which is what I've used for a very long time, but I do not have the lens I used to use anymore because that was on my new camera and it's broken, and the only lens I have is a 50mm prime lens. And for you camera guys that don't know, or for the guys that aren't camera people and you don't know what that means, prime means it doesn't zoom in and out. It's a fixed length and distance. So this one is always zoomed in, and so we're kind of always going to be doing close-ups when I'm talking, and that's what we're dealing with. But it looks really good. It looks real dramatic. Got a nice blur going on in the background. But that's kind of our dilemma today. So we're going to be dealing with this until I get my new camera and everything. I think it looks nice, but it's just not very effective to do close-ups all the time. Kind of ugly. So we are continuing our quest this morning for a monster jack. It is 43 degrees out. I am freaking freezing. And I know every time I say it's cold, someone's like, well, when you come up to Antarctica, then you tell me what cold feels like. It's like, yeah, I get it. I'm from South Florida. 43 degrees really isn't that cold, but it's cold to me. Anyways, we got our own set of problems, but we're gonna go see if we can catch some big old jack this morning. All right, we're actually back at the same spot we fished yesterday, where I caught a big jack. We're throwing a hoagie, whatever you want to call it. In my experience, one of the biggest factors that come into play when you're trying to catch a big jack curveball is current movement. If there's no current movement, the jack probably aren't going to be there, and if they are there randomly, they're probably not going to feed if there's not much water movement going on. So trying to stack the odds in our favor, and we're trying to fish really heavy flowing current areas. And you can see right here, it's kind of hard to tell in the GoPro, I'm sure, but the water is ripping through here. Wind's going out, tide's coming in. And so we got a good mix up going here. And so what happens is these jacks, they cruise right along the edges of these seawalls where the current's flying, and they'll just patrol back and forth like this, and they'll wait for bait to be washed across the wall, and they'll just absolutely crush it. And so we're just trying to imitate a bait fish being washed up along the wall. But the hard part is when you're approaching from this angle, you know, they're probably only going to hit it if it's right against the wall, or if they decide, you know, they're hungry and they're going to follow it out, they might hit it out here. But it's really hard to try to draw one of these fish off the wall with artificials, but that's what we're trying to do here. All right, that is it for the morning. It was not a great day. You know, I honestly didn't expect much coming out when it was 43 degrees this morning, and right now I've been fishing for 3 hours and it's 46 degrees. In those 3 hours, I didn't have a single follow-up. I did not see any bait being hit. I didn't see any bait even jumping. I didn't see a single fish. The only thing I saw a sea turtle, and that was it. It was a very, very dead morning, and I really didn't think it would be all that killer because it was so cold this morning, and all last night it was very, very cold. You know, coming out this morning, I really didn't expect all that much because it was such a huge temperature drop. It went from being around 80 degrees, like the high 70s on Tuesday, today, Thursday, low 40s. That is a humongous temperature drop, and when that happens, fish just shut down, man, especially big fish, because they eat such huge meals. You know, a big jack, he's going to eat a 12-inch mullet, and they don't need to eat every day in general, and then when it gets really cold, you know, they're just going to shut down and kind of try to hold all the body heat they can, so they're not going to expend any energy chasing bait or doing anything like that. They're going to spend the whole day just slowly cruising, trying to keep their heat in. So, you know, I didn't expect a ton, and that's all right. You know, yesterday was, I don't know, you got to take everything with a grain of salt. Yesterday was cool. You know, it really, really sucked to drop my camera in the water. I guess I didn't really drop it to have the wind blow it off my tripod or my monopod, whatever you want to call it, and blow it into the water. You know, that really, really was a huge bummer, but, you know, there's nothing to do about it now other than to move forward. You know, I'm not going to complain and cry about it, but I do a protection plan on the camera, but I don't know if it's going to withstand or hold up to water damage, if that counts for it. So we'll, I guess, find out soon enough. But that's okay. This will work for now. Get the close angles. You know, I appreciate you guys very much. I know today wasn't crazy, and yesterday was cool and exciting, but definitely it was a weird mix of fishing. If you guys have any comments, suggestions, anything, let me know down below. Very soon enough, I think I'm going to make a little bit of a trip to go fish for some redfish and tarpon, because in one of my videos I asked, you know, what do you guys want to see me target next? You know, what's something you guys would like to see me fish for? And overwhelmingly, the majority was redfish, tarpon. Those are the two big ones. And area I live in, there's really not a lot of either. You know, there's more tarpon than there are redfish, but the tarpon that are here are micro tarpon, you know, little 5 to 10 pounders. So we're gonna make a little bit of a trip soon enough coming up and see if we can catch some big reds and maybe some big tarpon. That would be very, very exciting. But for now, this is gonna end our hunt for the big jack today. Man, oh man, I'm waiting. I'm really looking forward to hooking one of those giants. You know, the one we hooked yesterday in the afternoon, that was a big fish. It was probably 15 pounds. It was a very, very quality fish, but that's not the size we're looking for. And also, you know, I really, really want to catch a big giant one on artificial as well. That's the main goal, is to catch a big jack. Over 25 pounds on an artificial will be the dream. But for now, that's it. I'm going to go in. I appreciate you guys very much. Thanks for watching. See ya.